Hi, everybody. Though it's October 17th, this recording is taking place on, still very clear, very warm day in the Denver area where temperatures are expected to be in the 80s. But I know there are obviously some very bad weather days too. Less than a week ago, I had to wear a heavy coat to and from the press box at Jefferson County Stadium. And I think about why life can be so difficult. Well, that's because the human race, to me, is a lot like the weather. Sure, there's a fair share of good ones, some who will go out of their way to say hi, go out of their way to give a hug or a handshake, whatever the preference is, and others donating to people in Hawaii affected by wildfires, earthquake victims overseas, people in the Middle East, people in Ukraine. There are certainly good people out there. And then there are others who are very difficult. I've been fiercely loyal to some in the past, only to get left out in the cold in return. When a kid from Dakota Ridge named Christian Fredrickson died of cancer back in the summer of 2018, there was a ceremony for him Dakota Ridge held at a football game, and Dakota Ridge and their opponents, Bear Creek, contributed to that the following fall, a few months later. And somebody in the press box with me as I was emceeing the ceremony blurted out, "They overdo it like the Democrats." It's like, great, now you're bringing politics into something that's not about politics, and degrading a ceremony for someone who lost his life too soon. Sad to see. And no easy way to transition to this, but on much bigger scales, hearing about how mass shootings continue to happen, hearing about people who still discriminate against others, who are born with a different skin color, born in a different country, use a different religion. And the Russian invasion of Ukraine a year and a half ago, that's led to the big conflict there, and the Hamas bombing in Israel, which has led to yet another major conflict in the Middle East. Very difficult to see. I mean, I know there are some good people in the world, like I said, but I know there are some rough ones too, and I think that's a big part of why life can be so difficult and is so up and down. A high one day, a low the next. Because that in many ways is how people are. Just like the weather in Colorado, really the weather in most places. Just my thoughts for the day. I'll admit the recent news in the Middle East kind of gave me these thoughts. Also, the political divide in this country, the United States, not making me thrilled either. Just some thoughts, but like everything else, have to weather the storm. Because there's good and bad all over the place. Just feels like more bad at times. Can be tough to be a fan of the human race. Really is. Anyway, my thoughts for the day on this warm day in Denver. Thank you for watching. Talk to you down the road. Take care, everybody.